My dear friends, this is your Dr. Panir Selvam on behalf of Ruby Consultancy. This video is giving you a exposure, a new learning about an uncultured and uncivilized way of doing unauthorized business. எப்படிலாம் பண்றாங்க? That I think we have to not we have to unlearn this kind of practices which has been followed uncivilized way. See, today, most of us try to find jobs in abroad in search of getting more and more monetary benefits. It is of all age groups, whether it is a young, middle, or super middle groups. The people get settled either one of the countries, either in abroad, maybe like Kuwait or US, Canada, UK, Switzerland, and many countries. So soon after they're employed, I don't talk about women, men. Soon after they get a job, their mind started working about the family negatively, not positively. And make sure read about their spouse, whether she is going to be sincere, obedient to me, or she does kind of malpractices. So when his mind is polluted, he approaches the unauthorized detective agency to just trace out the spouse status, whether she is all alone or whether she is involved, indulged to go for malpractices or keeping contact with unknown person, something like that. This is going to be a very seed capital for these unauthorized people because soon after they get a message from this kind of folk, the men, they started collecting huge money from them to trace out the status of their spouses in their country, maybe the country where they are living now today, in any part of India. So the because they keep it secret, they don't want to leave out or leak out to anybody, because it is nothing but a prestige on the part of men as well as a family. So it never comes to either police or legal or CBI, anybody. It doesn't come to anybody because their detective agencies also is unauthorized. Because the men who doesn't, they don't want to approach an unauthorized detective agency because that will lead to further complications. So now how these players do their mischievous plays. Number one, they get money from the men to do the deduction where this activity of this spouse in the country where they live. That's the one part happening. Another part, when they trace out their phone calls and again track out or trace out different things, they also involve a kind of relationship with the spouse. They try to take the photographs or something like that. So if they fall into them, then they will be misused and they will have all kind of atrocities. So to avoid the atrocities, to be away from the atrocities, again they also pay money to this unauthorized detective agency. This is the second part. Another part is a very uncultured, uncivilized part. So they what they do, these unauthorized people, that is they do mobbing of these spouses and fitting other kind of the body structure, informing the man who is abroad, saying that your spouse developed illegal contact with unknown persons and people have been seen. There are people coming and going and spending their time with your wife or some kind of sweeping statement and false information passed on to their husbands. So when this information started coming, the people are getting polluted and confused and lose their balance. And to avoid all those nonsenses, again they try to pay more and more money to this unauthorized detective agency to avoid or to erase out or not appear before any public social media. So these people have known that okay, these people are afraid of releasing or afraid of all this kind of mobbing photographs. So, keeping these photographs, people started informing that it is not we alone. It may be misused by your the client who is spending time with your spouses. So it may also appear in the social media, and that will give a very bad reputation in your family and family circle. So now this one of the threshold through which people could earn lakhs and lakhs of money, and getting the people corrupted and getting the people mind aroused. They go to that extent to spoil the relationship between husband and wife, and maybe it is the first initiative taken by this the husband suspecting their wives and appointing these unauthorized people to trace out a track of what is being done or what is being gone there, something like that. This kind of a furious things spoiling their not only the relationship, the humanity, and again the misunderstanding has become ballooned, and one day they'll have to be become separated for being no reason at all. That is the gravity of this issue. So now the people try to find out the sources to do business differently, cheating people and disappointing people and disguising and depressing the minds of the people. That is the way the people have tried to plan out to earn money, lakhs and lakhs through misguiding people. And people like working in abroad, they also believe in it, and again they come to the conclusion because of social media and films and saying, believing that there could be a chance for their spouses to go for this kind of illegal or maybe like keeping contact with the unknown person, something like that. They come to a conclusion one day they'll become confused, and that will lead to lose your money, and that will lead to lose your relationship also with the spouses. So is it necessary? I think when you trust your family and your spouse, you'll have to continue without having any suspicions in your mind and thought. We do agree, I think, your mind will not stay alone, it will always be jumping, but you keep it to your control and believe in yourself, trust in yourself, and then again love yourself. Then you will start loving your others. When you don't trust in yourself and when you don't believe in yourself and when you do all this kind of perception without having reality, without having the basic understanding of the gravity, when you move with this kind of steps, definitely you're not only ruining your life but also ruining the life of the other people also. A woman who has not been involved in the activity, not indulged in any kind of illegal things, it is also getting spoiled and it's also getting punished for being for what? Because of her cap called as a wife, because she has carried the cap of wife, so that you will have a right to suspect her anytime. Then because of your suspicion and because of your kind of misbelief and dishonesty on her, then naturally I think she has to be victimized. So to avoid all those things, and now how to avoid it? But the thing is, you let to test it, and you'll have to believe yourself, and you'll have to be answerable to God, and do your all your understanding and talk to your divine where you are going. When you approach the unauthorized team, that is all your kind of complete the heart, your divine, everything is lost. You are out of the track. You are not, your soul is completely ruined, spoiled. So who is going to be advantage? Now you will have to look at it in the three angles. That is number one, that is husband who has to have a trust and again the kind of understanding with their spouses that is lost. It should not happen. And the wives, I think no, we should not mistake and we should not blame them because they are as usual. They don't do anything which he has been developing, he has been imagining, he has been illustrating, as he's been dreaming as a wrong theme. Another part, the business people who want to misuse of this opportunity between the two people to create a scene which is unbelievable, and they try to go to any extent to count their money in the shelves, in the drawers, in the cupboards. So I think business will have to be ethically done, and business will have to be done without creating any disharmony in the society among the individuals, to corrupt the minds of the people, and the people can educate. This kind of unauthorized activities should not continue, because you should be responsible to people, and you should believe in yourself and love yourself and develop a kind of good opinion about your family members. Unless this kind of things are created, it is going to ruin not only individual society as well as the whole culture, the traditional and cultured kind of society we have today. So I think the people who have been in abroad working for their family will have to have the belief of in honesty, as well as the belief of believeness and confidence in their minds, that the people are all waiting for me, and the people are going to take care of me, and I'm going to bring them a good money, but out of the money our family is going to be prosperous. With that thinking, if everybody lives, I think the society and individually everybody will be happy too. We live for our happiness, and we love to live our life, and the life is very precious in this world, and we are going to live very short period of time, and within that period we should not, I think, confuse ourselves, and to live very happily we'll have to believe ourselves, we'll have to love ourselves, and we'll have to live the life. Thanks for listening. Thank you.